Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Nitrostorm here. So the past few days, Revived Witch has been posting some good stuff, new event first of all, and not only that, they've released another exclusive summon like in less than a week. Like 1 week after Cersivey came out, we have another exclusive. This is a new version of Flora. I guess we'll call her Christmas Flora. We'll do the Yolo 10 summon because why not, right? Unfortunately, we didn't get anything good, but it is what it is. We'll share it. I don't know why it does that, but we'll take the 50, we'll take the discount. But yeah, so this video will essentially review Flora and I guess Cersivey again, because there's a lot of free-to-play people here that are very unlikely not going to be able to get both, or maybe would skip both. But before we do that, we're going to take a look at the shop real quick, for those spenders, at least we'll quickly review the packs. So they have Dazzling Beginner Pack, Intermediate, Advanced, and Master Pack. So they have this one, which gives you 5 Cryolites and some Stamina. I think this one's okay. I mean, it's 5 singles, right? Next up here, we have the Intermediate Pack. For 68, you get a multi and then 4k furniture coin. If you compare it to the monthly summon pack, it's already a big discount. You really save 30 in terms of that, and you get coin furniture on top of it. I don't know if this is worth still, but it's probably worth. Now for this next part, we have the advanced pack. So it's pretty much the same pull wise. I forgot to mention, I'm going to be more biased for pulls compared to anything else when it comes to buying these packs, because they do cost these diamond things, which cost money to get. But in any case, so this one pull wise is the same as the intermediate pack, but you're paying nearly double the amount. But you also get some stamina elixirs, and some skill packs. If you're a whale, you probably want to get this, but pull wise, I wouldn't say it's worth. You can pretty much farm these over time with the amount of stamina we get. And then I don't think 6 stamina elixirs will be worth for this pack. And then last but not least, you have the Dazzling Master Pack. So this one, you spend a hefty amount, 328 of these gem things, and you get 2 multis, 6 stamina elixirs, and then a good amount of advanced runestones, and then some advanced skill packs. Not gonna lie, again, if you're a whale, of course, you can get it, pretty good amount of advanced runestones. But, if you want my hot take on this, I guess, pull wise, not worth. Stamina wise, I wouldn't say it's worth either. It's only a small amount of boost when it comes to farming and events and stuff. And in terms of runestones, it's pretty likely that you might not even get anything good out of 10 advanced runestones. You might get something decent on the average runestones. And then advanced skill packs, that's like 10 runs. Okay, well, that's the shop pretty much sorted. Alright, moving on to the exclusive summon banner reviews. So Flora, we're going to go through her skills first, and then we'll quickly go over Cersivey's afterwards. So this is her stats at level 90, her base stats, and then her first skill is called Limelight, costs 2 in order to use, and at level 5 it'll deal magic damage equal to 100% of her attack to all enemies 4 times. So think of this as 400% multiplier, and then applies Intoxicated to all the targets. So an Intoxicated is a debuff where the target takes 30% more damage from Flora for 10 seconds while intoxicated in Flora's performance. So use this essentially and they get a debuff. The second skill is called Dazzling Stage. It's a single target attack that costs 4 chaos to use, and it deals magic damage equal to 140% of attack to a single target 4 times. So think of this as 480% multiplier. And then after deducting the chaos energy the skill consumed, for every 1 chaos energy left over, it'll increase the damage by 20%. So for example, if there's 1 chaos energy left, then this will deal 20% more damage. If there's 2 chaos energy left over, then it will deal 40% more damage. Pretty straightforward stuff. And last but not least, her passive is called Rainbow Trail. And it says here, after every 1 Dazzling Stage skill cast, which is the second skill, the next Dazzling Stage will consume 3 less chaos energy. So what this means is the first time it'll cost 4, and then the second time it'll cost 1. And I think it'll be consistent. So for example, you use it 4 and then 1 1 1 1 1 1 every time you cast it. So I wouldn't worry about it becoming like maybe 4 1 4 1 4 1. It's always going to be costing 1, because using the discounted version still counts as a single cast dazzling stage. So it's highly advisable in my opinion to make her her passive skill level 2 as soon as possible so you can maximize her damage. Alright, so we'll quickly go over to Cersivey now. So these are her stats at level 90 maxed out, and then these are her skills at level 5 and level 2 passive. So we'll quickly go over it because we've done it already before. So single target magic attack, 2 cost energy, and then 300% of her attack to single target, and then inflicts frostbite, which is a 10-second debuff that reduces their magical defense equal to 40% of Cersivey's attack. Her second skill is a permanent damaging field called Cryofall. So chaos skill, costs 4 to use, and on initial activation it'll start dealing magic damage equal to 160% of her attack to all enemies every 1.5 seconds, full stop. So even if she leaves battle by becoming defeated, this skill will still persist. And then if she's still alive, every time you activate this again, it'll only just increase the damage dealt by this skill by 15% every time, stacks up to 5 times. And then last but not least, her skill, I'm pretty sure they buffed this again. I think like the moment you start a battle, the enemies will already be marked. So unless they have like a healing phase where HP thresholds exist in the boss fight, and they'll remove all debuffs, then this will be removed. But if it's like a phase change, for example the Cersivey boss where she changes into her riding the polar bear guy, then this will still stay. But in any case, she is more so, in my opinion, a support, maybe a sacrificial support for big damage for your other team members. Alright, now that we have some sort of understanding between these two characters, now it's pretty much the hard-hitting question, Assuming you're free to play like me, which one of these characters would you go for? Now, the first thing first, the banner that Cersivey is in will leave on the 30th of December, whilst Flora will leave in the 4th of January. So this will give you a bit of a time span between each of them, and you could try and summon for both. Now, it's pretty difficult because they're not really the same the same role. Like Cersivey is a compeller, mostly for supporting, increasing damage dealt by the whole party, whilst Flora is more so a single target magic DPS that does debuffs which only benefits herself, which is pretty good because she is a damage dealer. That's her main role. Now, of course, the first thing that you'll think of when it comes to single target magic DPS is Mene, and so it might make you think that they'll clash, but surprisingly, if you think about it right, Mene during Arcana Burst will use all of the order skill to deal big damage, and in that sense, Flora will use her second skill to do big damage. And if you think about it right, you gain 1 chaos for every 1 order consumed, and since Mene during Arcana Burst consumes all order energy, it means the chaos skill bar will always be maxed. And if you keep repeating Flora's second skill, it's only going to cost 1 chaos to use. Therefore, the damage dealt is going to be increased by 20% times 6 remaining chaos bar, which is 120% damage. Now, I'm not sure if that is 120% on top or if it's 120% on each attack. If it's 120% damage dealt increase for each attack, that means it'll double from 480% attack total to 960% attack total. So I don't have this Flora yet, so I can't really say for sure which one it is, but during Arcana Burst, if she is paired with someone like Mene, you're going to be dealing insane unison damage. Outside of that, however, it might be a little bit awkward in terms of using them together. Probably using Flora's first skill and then Mene's second skill perhaps, but yeah, I think we'll be seeing these two together, Flora and Mene, in my huge opinion. And that's why I think she's good. Now for Cersivey, obviously she is overall increasing magic damage taken, so it's really hard to choose between these two. Let's say if I was a spender or I don't know about spender, but like if I was a whale, for sure I'd definitely go for these two, because if you want to be dealing big flex time saving numbers in terms of like evil return, for example, you're gonna want to have these two, in my opinion. Of course, I don't have these yet, so I can't really confirm if they do work, but on paper at least, you know, from the skills that I've seen, that have been shown in terms of their details, I believe that they'll perform really, really well. Alright, so for my overall opinion on these two, in my opinion, considering, let's see, what's the date today? Considering as of this video, it's the 23rd of December, right? You still have under a week to decide on Cersivey, and you have over a week to summon on Flora. So you could give it some time, you know, take a look at your roster. If you already have good mages, you know, and you don't really care about, you know, I guess min-maxing your damage, because if you're min-maxing damage, that's mainly for single target, so bossing and stuff only, and then that's where you would want to get someone like Flora and Mine combo. But perhaps you might still work with someone like Maya because of her huge magic defense debuff, so it might not have any space for Flora in the first place. And then for Cersivey, if you do choose to get her, she will be able to be used in, you know, PvE comps, perhaps even guild raid, because of her flexibility, especially her passive, where it's a global increased damage dealt debuff, and her second skill, Cryofull, will persist even after she leaves the battle, which is free damage. So if you want big numbers, you know, probably a potential good pair between Flora and Mine, then you can go for Flora. But I think overall, as you know, if you think about it in terms of like future and the, you know, future compositions, future characters coming in, and maybe perhaps future events, guild related stuff, maybe even, I would say Cersivey would be more worth your while. You know, I'd say she might have some sort of future proof kind of thing. I mean, Flora might be, you know, might end up becoming your best single target DPS, you know, after we give it some days and people test out even more. But yeah, I would say if I had to choose between these two characters, I would probably go for Cersivey. Right now, personally, in terms of my decision making, in terms of my account right now, I'm still thinking about whether to pull one of these two or pull at all. But as I've mentioned, I'm currently more inclined to pull for Cersivey. In any case, hopefully this video wasn't too long for you. I'll have these timestamped in the description below. Hopefully you guys found this useful. If you guys got any more questions in regards to the banner and the shop, then do let me know down in the comments below. I'll be sure to reply. It's been your boy Nitrostorm. I'll see you guys in the next stream or video. Peace.